and welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to learn about second orbit, that is L. So next to K is orbit L. Then the orbit M. So next to L, this will be our orbit M. Next to M, it will be N. So we have total 4 orbits, K, L, M and N. So these orbits will start from the nucleus and go far. So how many electrons can we put in K? So each and every orbit has its capacity to accommodate maximum number of electrons. How can we count that? We can count it from 2n square. At the place of n, K is orbital number 1. So we are putting integer 1. At the place of n, when we are counting for L, we will write 2. So if we want to check that how many electrons K orbit can accommodate, then how we are going to write it? 2 into 1 square. At the place of n, we have kept the number of orbit because K is the first orbit, so I have kept here 1. So electrons accommodation in K is 2 electrons. So maximum 2 electrons we can keep in orbit K. Now L. So according to 2n square, it will be 2 into 2 square. So it will be 4 into 2, 8. So in L orbit, we can accommodate maximum 8 electrons. M is our third orbit. So 2n square, and at the place of n we will keep 3 because that is our third orbit. So which number we are going to get here? 3 into 3, 9 into 2, 18. N is our fourth orbit. So it will be 2 into 4 into square. So it is going to be 16 into 2, 32. So these are the maximum capacity of each and every orbit. K can accommodate 2, L can accommodate 8, M can accommodate 18 and N can accommodate 32 electrons in their orbits. But now there are two basic rules to distribute electrons. So distribution of electrons, how we are going to do that? Rule 1. Orbitals can accommodate electrons as per their maximum capacity. What is the maximum capacity? This is maximum capacity of each and every orbit. So more than this, we cannot keep the electrons in that particular orbit. So rule number 2, more than 8 electrons, this is very important. More than 8 electrons we cannot keep in any of the orbit. Yes, it is true that M orbital's maximum capacity is 18, but more than 8 we cannot put. If you have 9 electrons, then 1 electron you have to pass it to N. You cannot keep more than 8. So here it is 2. So only 2 electrons, because again its maximum capacity is 2. So you cannot put 8 electrons. Here also 8 electrons, here also 8 and here also 8. So when you are distributing an electrons, how many electrons you are going to put in each and every orbit? This is 2 for K, 8 for L, 8 for M and 8 for N. So this are the real capacity of each and every orbit. This is the capacity of the orbit, but according to the rule, when you are writing an electronic configuration, you have to keep this capacity in the mind, because more than 8 electrons you cannot put in any of the orbit. Now let us try some of the example that how we are going to write electronic configuration for an element sodium, carbon and potassium. When we are writing an electronic configuration, we do know the atomic number for that element. In 8th standard ICSE syllabus, from element 1 to element 20 is there. So you have to remember the name of the element and atomic number of the element, because in the exam most probably your teacher will not going to give you the atomic number. The questions will be like, write an electronic configuration for potassium, write an electronic configuration for magnesium. So you should know the atomic numbers of all the elements given in your textbook. So let us try to understand that how we are going to write an electronic configuration. First we have sodium. Let us revise our concept of orbitals, that is K, L, M and N. We do have 4 orbitals. So K, L, M and N. So what are the maximum capacity of each and every orbit? 2, 8, 18 and 32. And what is the rule number 1? That if the maximum capacity is 18, we cannot put more than 18. And what is rule number 2? The most important rule is we cannot put more than 8 electron in any of the orbit. So let us write electronic configuration for sodium. So this is K, L, M and N. And atomic number is 11. What is an atomic number? Atomic number is number of proton of any element. Number of proton is equal to number of electrons. So can I say that there are 11 electrons in sodium? Yes, because what is atomic number? Number of proton, and number of proton is equal to number of electrons. So there are 11 electrons in sodium. So how we are going to distribute it? What is the capacity of K? 2. So I am keeping here 2. Now how many more electrons left? There are 9 electrons left because I have put only 2 here. So L has 8. Maximum capacity is 8. So I cannot put more than 8. So here 2, then 8. Now 1 electron left. I am keeping in M. So this is going to be the electronic configuration for sodium. According to their maximum capacity and more than 8 electrons we cannot keep in any of the electrical orbital. Now second example we'll take of carbon. Carbon's atomic number is 6. So we can say that there are 6 electrons in carbon. Yes. So K, L, M and N. So what is the maximum capacity of K? 2. Then how many more electrons left? 6 minus 2, 4. So leftover electrons will keep here, that is 4. And what is the maximum capacity of L? Is 8. So yes, we can write 4 here. So what is the electronic configuration of carbon? 2, 4. Now let us take an example of potassium. We will write K, L, M and N. So first we are going to write here 2. Then it is 19. So how many electrons left? 17. So here according to the capacity I am writing here 8. Now what is M's capacity? It is 18. But yes, that maximum capacity is 18. So we can write all over the left electrons over here. 2, 8, 10, 9 we can write here. But according to the second rule, more than 8 electrons we cannot keep in any of the orbits. So we have to write here 8. Again, here 2, 8 we have written. Now leftover electrons are 9. But capacity of M is 18. Yes, that is correct. But according to our rule 2, more than 8 electrons we cannot keep in any of the orbit. So we will write here only and only 8. Even though the capacity is 18, we will write here 8. And how many more left? 2, 8, 10, 18. Only 1 is left. So 1 will be going to N.